Hi everyone and welcome to Jab and Move with your host Stephen, and we're going to dive right into it, guys. There's a few topics that I want to talk about in the last couple of weeks that's happened, I haven't had a chance to get to, and I want to dive right into it. So we're going to go for a Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao 2, my thoughts on that. Usyk versus Rico Verhoeven, the world heavyweight champion against the world heavyweight kickboxing champion, world heavyweight boxing champion, sorry, as the world heavyweight kickboxing champion. And also going into Zuffa boxing, my thoughts, and obviously since signing that big Sky deal, where are they going to go moving forward? So let's climb right into it, guys. In terms of Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao 2, this is really simple. I believe it's Netflix again, if I'm correct in saying, that are running this. So obviously it's all about the subscribers. I think from the Anthony Joshua Jake Paul one, they pulled in, I think, around about 2 million extra subscribers, and they value them subscribers at at least a minimum of a few $100s, if not more. So it makes economic sense to do this. Now, is it something that personally I will be watching? Honestly, no. I don't see why it's something we need to watch or have. Will it get just the average Netflix goer and possible sort of intrigued boxing fan looking at it? Possibly. And again, it's also going to have a big following because of Manny Pacquiao and because in America of Floyd Money Mayweather. So for me, I see it what it is. It is two guys who were 5 years too late in the first fight, another 11 years on. I think they're 48 and 47 now. So it's two older guys basically having a, I don't know if it's going to be a tail up in the ring given what we've seen from the fighters since the first fight, and just getting a big fat payday from Netflix to obviously boost up their subscribers. So for me, will I be watching it? No. Do I think it's a good fight? No. But do I understand the economics behind it and why they're doing what they're doing? Absolutely. So that is my stance on that one. I will possibly, will I watch it? I don't think so. It may change, but I highly doubt it. Now, in terms of the big one I want to speak about, which was Oleksandr Usyk versus Rico Verhoeven in, I believe it's right next to the Pyramids of Giza, for the World Heavyweight Championship, which it firstly surely should not be, because obviously Rico's only had one professional fight before he went into, I think, before he went into kickboxing properly, and then this will be his second professional bout. So he surely should not be jumping up the ranks here for this. That cannot be possible, and that's something that they'll have to look at, and I'm sure the governing bodies will speak about that closer to the time. But do I like the fight? No. Again, it's another fight for me that I think is going to be another... I've got to be critical because I was critical of Anthony Joshua, Jake Paul. Now, Jake Paul is different to Rico Verhoeven, but different aspects. Or actually, let's put it this way. I was very critical of Fury and Joshua when it came to Francis Ngannou. So I'm going to be the same when it comes to Oleksandr Usyk. This, for me, is just a piss around fight. It's to get a bit of extra cash. It's going to be in the Pyramids of Giza. It's something novel to do. It's something that's going to make him a fat lot of money. Is it going to add to his legacy? No. Does he need to add to his legacy? No. He can do what he wants. Now, I've seen a lot of fighters criticising him for this in terms of, dodging people and stuff. And actually, the person I think I spoke about in one of my previous videos was Fabio Wardley, who actually said, I understand why he's done what he's done. Do I like it? No, but I understand it because he can do basically what he wants to do now, and he absolutely can. But the bouts should be vacated if he's going to go on and do these sort of fights. Now, if he has a one-off fight and then goes against someone, fair play, whether that's Wardley, Dubois, whoever it is, again, that's in there, Caballero, possibly a Fury trilogy, but I think that's ridiculous as well if that happened. But we'll see. But for me, this fight, I will probably watch it, actually, to be fair, just for the spectacle, because I'm interested to see what it's going to look like by the Pyramids of Giza. And I do like Usyk as a fighter. Now, is there any possible way that he loses this? If Usyk comes in, even 90% concentrated, 80% himself, he wins his fight. So if he is at his best for this, Rico has no chance, because it's a different fight. It's a different style of fighting. I know people say obviously kickboxers have transitioned before in terms of, obviously I think Vitaly Klitschko, probably the most famous one, of a kickboxer to a boxer. But this is just, no. You're against the greatest of his generation in heavyweight boxing. You're not going to win this. And again, unless something happens absolutely astronomically out of this world, or Father Time has really caught up with him very fast, this ain't going to happen, and I don't see that happening either. So let me know your thoughts, guys. For me, I say I don't think it's going to be a great fight. I might watch it just because of the location being the Pyramids of Giza. And who knows, maybe they've got a good undercard, we will see. And in terms of Usyk's legacy or anything, this does nothing. This is just an in-between fight. As long as he doesn't lose it or look piss poor in it, this will do absolutely nothing in terms of tainting his legacy or anything at all. So let me know your thoughts on that one, guys. And finally, I want to just talk about Zuffa boxing. Something I briefly spoke on previously. Obviously, it's got the Big Sky deal now. Dana's going all in here. And obviously the people, I think it was, I can't remember what the company is now. Salsa or not Salsa. I can't remember what it's called now. But the company behind it, they're very serious. Obviously, part of the PIF as well. And some major investors. They are not pissing about here. I know before people have said, oh, people have come in boxing and it's never quite worked out. This is different. I do think Zuffa are really going to go for it. I do think Zuffa are going to be a huge player in the next few years. And I do think that's part of not only just the cash, not only obviously because the Saudis have come in and they've learnt the trade and obviously going their own separate way now, but I also believe Dana White as an actual promoter and what he's done really, really well with the UFC. I know it was, you know, it was a flogged horse at that point and he brought it up to what he has done in this level, and boxing is different. It's at a different stage compared to when he first went to UFC. But can he compete? Can he put his wits against the best in terms of De La Hoya, Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren, George Warren? Of course he can. Yeah, and you know, Calisao as well. He has absolutely no reason not to. So he's going to have all the belief in the world and he's going to go for it. And I think they will be a huge player. Now, will they take over in terms of everything? I don't think they will. I think competition's good and I would like to see it not affect in terms of the stable or even just the ability of Matchroom and Queensberry and so on to be able to promote and build these sort of fights. But we will see. So let me know your thoughts on those topics, guys. I know I've spoken about quite a lot quite quickly, but I wanted to get your thoughts on it. So in terms of Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, what do we think of that fight? Is it, oh, you know, it's just a cash grab, but are you going to be watching it? That's the main thing. Usyk versus Rico Verhoeven, again, it's the same sort of thing. Are you going to be watching it and what's your interest in that fight? For me, it's more location and a little bit because it's someone who is a very seasoned fighter in another skill set that I'm interested to see. And in terms of Zuffa boxing, are they going to be the big players soon? Will they take over Matchroom and Queensberry, or will they just be a sort of drop in the ocean then disappear again? I don't think it's the latter. I very much think it's the former in terms of how they're going to challenge. But let me know your thoughts. Please do not forget to like, comment and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you. Take care. Bye.